Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Ames Workshop, and guess what we're working on today? I found this doll at the thrift store. After doing the 3 Cabbage Patch Kids from last week, I definitely wanted to do this again, only in a different doll. So I found this one, and I found out what the name of this was. It's from the Disney Fairies, and her name is Stardust, I think. Let me look it up. Never mind, it was Silver Mist. So she does not have wings, she does not have clothing, she doesn't have anything, and her hair is a disaster. So we are going to at least fix her hair. So we're not only going to look at her hair and fix that, but I am going to fix her chest and put some more glitter on. I may do something else, I don't know, I haven't decided. But it looks like it's a little bit worn out. And I don't have wings or anything like that, so I may just make her her own little dress. So I'm using Garnier Fructus Pure Clean Detangler and Air Dry. Spraying her hair. I'll go both sides. I'm just going to use my comb and start at the bottom and work my way up. So this is where we are right now. I've sprayed it several times with the Pure Clean and brushed it out, starting from the very bottoms and then just working my way up. I had her out like this first, and I brushed it that way. Starting from the end, working my way up, and I was holding on to her head as well so that I wasn't pulling out any hair. And then I flipped her up like normal and held her head again and just started brushing her hair. Put some more, adding detangler in as I went. And so far, this is what she looks like. So looking better, but not 100% yet. Plus, I don't know if you can see, there are a bunch of hair. So I may clip those off. So this is where we are right now. And this is the amount of hair that I've taken out. Just trying to be really careful. Take your time. I've decided to soak her hair in some really hot water, tap water. Let's see if that will help things a little bit, plus kind of rinse out a little bit of the detangler. I don't know I know it's okay to keep it in regular hair, but I'm not sure about synthetic hair, so I'm going to leave it in there for about a minute and then take her out and brush and see if that helps the bushiness of her hair. So I think that helped quite a bit. I took her out and then brushed her with the comb again, and it looks a lot better. So I'm going to see if there's anything else I can do, and then I'll trim it up. Okay, what I've done is I went ahead and re-washed her hair again after it dried, but I washed it with this Shea Moisture Retention Shampoo. This is what I had laying around that I wasn't using, and I thought, well, I'm just going to use it. So I did that, washed it in warm, almost hot water, and then put in some conditioner, and I used this one, which honestly I don't think it matters what kind of conditioner you're using. Just anything probably would be best. And then I rinsed it out with warm to hot water, and then I used cold water on it, and then I went ahead and I started combing again. After the first time I was using this comb, but with this washing I started using this comb, and I started on this side first, and then I went to the smaller side, and this is what I've got right now. So her hair is looking really good. So I think my next step is I'm just going to let it dry, and if I still am not completely happy with it, I might try ironing it, but we will see. So her hair is dry now. It's very straight, although I still feel some puffiness right there. Let me brush it some. Oh, I did trim the loose hairs that were down here too. Oh, look how much that goes through so easy. Okay, so I think from now on, I'm just going to do regular shampoo and regular conditioner. Because look at that. That is awesome. Look it. I mean, I could leave it like this and just leave it alone, but I think I want to try to iron it. I saw someone iron their doll's hair, but they used a straightener. And let me just tell you, I went to go buy a straightener, and they're like $65 for a straightener. So I'm going to take the next option, and let me show you what I'm going to do. So we are at my ironing board, and we are going to iron her hair and see if we can get it any more flatter. So what I'm gonna do, I've got it on the lowest setting, which says synthetic. So I'm gonna start with her back first, just to see if this doesn't work out. At least it's just the back of the doll instead of the front. So we're just gonna do a small portion. It's not hot, hardly hot at all, so I don't know if this will do anything. It is warm, but not hot. So that's what I want. So this is what it looks like after I ironed it, which isn't really that much different. It's a little bit. I'm also putting in some braids. But I think a little bit of problem is the conditioner I put in her hair. I don't know if I got it all out. But honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because if the iron was too hot, maybe that would have helped it not get worse. But anyways, look at that. I might have to trim a little bit more again. I don't know if you can see. So that's pretty cool. And then I'm putting in a braid here. I'm gonna put one here on the side. So I'm just taking a little teeny tiny bit here. So when I'm done, I can pull it up and you can look at her little ear, because she's got little fairy ears. And I'm gonna do a braid, but I'm gonna go under instead of over. So instead of going like this with the 3, I'm gonna go under, because I think the braid looks better when you're going under. So under. So you got 3 strands, and then you're just gonna braid. I don't know if you can see that. So just make sure you rinse out the conditioner really well. I probably should have done a better job of it, but we all learn. But can you tell how it's kind of still frizzy on the end? I don't know if you can see that. It's got the frizziness, and I don't know how to get that out. So right now, because I don't have my rubber bands with me, I'm just gonna kind of pinch it, because like I said, it is a little bit, I don't know if you want to say sticky, but definitely there's a thickness to it from the conditioner that did not get washed out. So we'll do that. I'm going to do one, so I got one here, one here. I'm going to put one right in the center, and then the same thing on the side, one here, and then one next to the ear, and then we'll come back. Okay, everybody, this is what we've got. I'm going to have her sit a little bit so you can see. So I just braided, so she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different braids. I joined them together in the middle with a black tie, and if I had more black ties, those would all be black as well. But see how her hair is just kind of going out, feathering out, but that's okay. She looks way better than she did when I first got her. So let me see if I can get her to sit. So her hair looks so much better. So I'm really happy about that. Let me turn her around so you can see. So no more of the funky knotted up hair. It's clean, except for some conditioner that I seem to have left in. It looks good on the bottom, other than what I don't like, which is that texture. I think it's a texture feeling for me. I think she looks good otherwise. Okay, so there's that. So now what I'm going to do is try to work on her chest. I'm going to see if I have some purple glitter. I don't know if I do, and we'll go from there. Okay, so what I've got, I do not have the exact same color as her, but I do have purple, and I do have blue, and what I'm going to do is mix them together, as you can see here. We're going to try that. We're going to see if this even works. This may not work at all, but let's give it a go. I think I'm going to use diamond dots, or the dots stick, which this one is a liquid. So what I think I'm going to do is just pour some in here. I'm going to get me a brush. I am going to paint the areas. I might do the whole thing, but we'll see if this works first. Make sure her hair and her arms are out of the way. This is what I use with my diamond paintings. If I have a spot that is not sticking real well, I'll put this on it. Okay, so now I'm going to get a different, or maybe I should just use this. We'll use this. Just see if it'll work. Otherwise, I think I'm going to have to just drizzle it on. It isn't really going on. It's going on the brush real good, but not on her. You know, I could have painted it. I didn't think about that. And then put some glitter on it. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is take a straw and pour it on. This could be not the best glue, I don't know. But I figured if it's working on the diamond dots, on the diamond paintings, it should work for this, right? So this is what she looks like now. Ooh, look at that. I might glitter her up some more. I'm just pouring this in just a little bit, as you can see. Pouring that in. Stirring it up. That's really pretty. Oh, I like that a lot. I'm going to do the rest of her because I really like that. Okay. So once that dries, I'm going to do the back, and then we'll see if it sticks. If it doesn't stick, what I'm going to use is tacky glue, my favorite glue of all, and see if that does any better. But for right now, we're just going to do this. But I just love how it just glitters so good. Look at that. She might look better than when it came from the store. I can just clean her off right there. So what I did after I finished the glitter portion of that is I went ahead and covered it, after it dried, I covered it with this diamond glaze, Judy Kin's diamond glaze, and it is awesome. So I don't have any fear of this falling off at all. I mean, that's sealed down really good. So the directions say that it's used directly over artwork for a raised glass-like finish, thin with water for a lacquer-like finish, absolutely the best adhesive for gluing glitter, beads, glass, plastic, and vellum to paper, color with dye, clean up with water while wet, keep tightly capped. So this really did exactly what this says. And when I tried it out on a piece of paper with some artwork that I had done, it came out perfectly, and especially with the glitter. So let me get closer so maybe you can see. So you can see on there, I did get every place that was worn off. It's been recovered. And all I used was the glue, the diamond dots glue, which after realizing the diamond glaze, I probably should have just used that. So, but I just used the two different glitters, the glue, and then I did a layer of diamond glaze. So I truly recommend this stuff. In fact, I'm thinking about getting a bigger bottle because I have a feeling I'm going to go through this stuff like crazy. I love it. If you guys know anything about this, if you've had problems with it, let me know, and that way I won't waste my money on it. But so here she is. She is all done with that part. Her hair looks great. One thing I did want to let you know is I did finally find a straightener, and it was $8.99 at Ollie's. I could not believe, when I saw that, I immediately grabbed it, because like I said before, I was seeing $60 and $70 for these straighteners, so, or flat irons. So the next doll I do, I will definitely have the tool to do that. So hopefully this works really good. I haven't tried it yet. So there's that. So the next thing I want to do is make her a little dress to put on. I don't want her to be naked. So I had went to Dollar Tree and I found a few things, and I opened them already so I could look at them. So I looked at this one at Dollar Tree. It's a little girl who has the very similar colors that she has, and I thought, well, maybe I could use her wing. But when I got her out and took her wing out, you can see it's not the same back. This one is just, you just pretty much push it in. So I probably could, you know what, I probably could. I just might do that. I could do some hot glue and just stick it on there. It won't be the same wing she had, but oh man, that will work. But before I do that, I mean, it would be permanently in there unless I wanted to redo it. And then she has a little girl now to go with her. Oh, I'm so glad. But I bought some, so that's not going to go back. That's going to be awesome. Yay. Okay, so the next thing I bought was a dress. And I thought this might be the colors that would go with her. So I tried this one, and I do like it. So I could do that. It's supposed to go up like that. Now obviously this dress is for a bigger doll, so I'm gonna have to be the seamstress and fix it up. So that was only $1, and it came with a little shawl, little fur shawl. And then the second dress that I found was this one, which I love, and I'm thinking I might do that one. But that one's super big too, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of work on it. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and make it, and then I will come back and show you what I did. Okay, so I put it on her and kind of sized it up to her. I cut some of it off. I'm going to cut some more off, maybe. We'll see as we go along. And then I pinned where I wanted to pin. What I'm trying to do is make sure it's a low back, because I need to be able to put the wings in there. And so it would go like that with this on the bottom. Hopefully I have a snap or something that I can put there. I'll figure it out here in a minute, or a hook. So that's where I am right now. Well, this is the finished product. I think it turned out really good. I'm not so sure I like the paint on her feet, but I don't have shoes for her. So I just kind of glittered up her feet and then kind of made it gradual, no glitter up her leg, and then also on her hands she has a little bit of glitter. And then of course her wings. And by the way, that did work using the hot glue. So even though we're not using her original wings, you know, I found something in place of that, so that makes me really happy. So I did I think it's called an A-frame or something like that skirt, where it's high in the front, low in the back. I sewed these a little bit more, let me see, the little seams here on each side to make it more fitting to her waist. I added the ribbon. I sewed the top and the back. Okay, so the back, you can't really see a whole lot of it, but there's some little hooks in there. So I put 2 hooks on it to keep it tight around her bosom area. And then I just hot glued those wings in from Dollar Tree, and it seems to have worked. So I'm really pleased about that. And I think the colors came together well because I was able to put a little bit of that purple glitter on the wing and the blue glitter, and so everything just comes together. The only thing that is different would be like the pink part of it, but it's glittering, it's kind of shining too, so I really don't mind that too much. So I think it came out pretty good. Tell me what you all think. And I'll try to be able to post a before and after picture for you so y'all can see that. There's going to be a ton of pictures when I end the video, so you know, stay tuned and watch those. And if you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. And if you've come up with anything that would work for the wings, because that was really, that was a shot in the dark when I saw that at Dollar Tree, because I went there to see if I could find anything like that, and there that was. So I'm kind of happy about that. All right, you guys, you have a great day and keep crafting, and I hope to come out with some more videos very, very soon. All right, I'll talk to you later.